And beyond all that, as I've traveled, I feel like I've gotten to see the state of the union of sports. Right now, there's 32 million kids in America from the ages of 5 to 12. Out of that age group, 16 million kids play sports. 16 million. Out of that 16 million, 40,000 kids will go on to play college athletics. And in terms of basketball, only 65 out of that age group, 65 kids will go on to make it to the NBA. But as I travel, and I go into different gyms, I go into church gyms, I go into high school gyms, you'd never know that those statistics were true as I observe all the intensity that has surrounded youth sports. See, I think individualism in a way has taken over sports. The media has convinced us that the name on the back of the jersey is now more important than the name on the front. And on another level, from the perspective of a son, I think too many kids are standing at home plate and they're scared of striking out. They're not scared of striking out because they're going to let down their teammates, but I think they're scared of striking out, some of them, because they're going to let down their fathers. At early ages, kids come home and I think they're asked the wrong questions. They're not asked, son, how did you make your team better today? But they're asked, how many points did you score? How many? How many? How many? And consequently, I think there's a lot of bad teammates out there. And it wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to give you all advice. I don't have half the wisdom that many of you have. I'm only 26 years old. I've only been married for 10 weeks. I don't know a lot about marriage. But I would like to tell you, in brief, some of the things that I feel like my parents did for me that I hope to give to my kids one day. Just 4 quick things before I go on. One, I feel like my parents, they let me fail. They didn't rescue me from tough situations that were maybe going to be hard for me. If there was a situation with a coach that needed to be resolved, they let that be my situation to resolve on my own. They encouraged me. I think they knew that junior high years and high school, they're tough years. Kids are getting beat up enough at school, at the lunch table. I think they knew that the last place that there needed to be pressure, that there needed to be too much criticism, was the home. Third, my parents let me love the game. Nobody made me go practice. If I wanted to go practice, my dad would come with me. I never thought of my dad as my coach, as my critic, but I thought of my dad as he was my best rebounder. And perhaps my parents' greatest gift to me is that they constantly reminded me of what was important. Good games, bad games, wins, losses. I think they're all opportunities to remind kids that there is something greater. And so as I continue my travels and do this Teammates First program across the country with athletes, these seminars, my goal is to remind them that the games we love are not an end in themselves. They're not the ultimate. Sports aren't the ultimate, but they're a means by which we can glorify God. And the last thing that I'm telling kids is that sports don't matter, because I think sports do matter. They've impacted me in a significant way, but only with the right perspective. The solution to the problems in sports and the intensity that's gone wrong is not a list of what to do and what not to do. I think that it's constant perspective every single day, reminding ourselves that sports are not the end. And whenever I speak to athletes, my message is solely predicated on one question, and that is that I ask the athletes, are they being the teammate that their teammates need them to be?